Yeah. This for my city, this for my city, this for the town, this for the town, this for the win, this for the win, this for the crown, this for the crown, this for my homies and brothers, they know that I love them, I got them, I'm holding it down. Shorty, you pretty, you gun in my city, I promise, I'll show you around. This for my city, 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 this for my homies and brothers, they know that I love them, I got them, I'm holding it down. Shorty, you pretty, you gun in my city, I promise, I'll show you around. This for my city, you know how.
With Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Brent Berry. This is Brian Anderson. We'll be hearing from Allie LaForce from the sideline. And of course, Jackson Hayes. This is their first game without him.
Yeah, like a lot of people, I didn't see the trade coming. He was the team in many people's eyes. It'll be interesting to see how they evolve as a squad with him gone.
Inside. Here's Markkanen. And Markkanen with the stuff.
When you're a 7-footer like Markkanen, do you really have to jump to flush it? Just enough.
And Brent Scoot Henderson spending 2 years with G League Ignite, the second overall pick in 2023.
Yeah, and Scoot not the first Ignite player to go very high up in the NBA draft. You think about Jalen Green with the Rockets, but an extra year in the G League, committed to staying there and developing his game. I think that helped him in terms of his maturity, and still the sky is the limit for this kid.
You know, I like that decision from Henderson, giving up the rock.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Will Hardy. He was emphatic, saying that Edwards was their main concern, telling me Anthony poses problems on both sides of the ball, and he is relentless. He doesn't let up. He wants his guys to match Edwards' energy.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Now Simons. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Pass to Markkanen. Henderson scanning the floor. Back to Markkanen. Utah grabs the miss. Here's Simons. Driving to the basket. Collins with it. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Yeah, at 6'10", John Collins getting more and more used to the physical rigors of a big man in the NBA.
Free throw is good from Collins. Well, the Jazz are one of just 10 NBA franchises to never win a championship, Grant.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard to believe considering they have the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Think about it. If it weren't for one Michael Jordan, they'd probably have 2 rings.
Now here's Henderson. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. Markkanen from long range. On target from range. Markkanen's got 5 points.
And the patience pays off for Markkanen. He doesn't let the clock rush him.
Collins, left side. Out to Simons. 4-3. Offensive board. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Just staying aggressive right now. John Collins putting some tremendous pressure on the defense.
He's off on the first. And a fun fact here, Brent, the TrailBlazers name was actually chosen by the fans.
Oh, that's so awesome, BA, to remind fans of how it is that Portland got its name. It was an open contest, and they had, I think, over 10,000 entries. And there are a couple other names that we should throw out there. It could have been the Pioneers or the Doug Furs. I think they chose wisely.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. So it's Portland now. 3-point lead. Henderson with it. Outside Edwards. Let's go with a 3. Kicks it out to Markkanen. It's Edwards on the wing. Knocks down the long J.
Already 6 of their points coming off second chances. Pretty impressive.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Oh, they get a hand on it. Here's Walter. No points yet. Shot clock at 5. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Utah with another miss. Portland leading by 6. And here's Henderson. Pass to Pirtle. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Yeah, their aggressive approach on the offensive glass has created second chance opportunities.
The drive by Simons. Walter from outside. And another miss by Utah.
1 for 5 out there, but no worries. Just keep attacking.
Now here's Edwards. A real weapon on offense, averaging around 24.5 a game. And again, it's the TrailBlazers from deep.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Markkanen outside. Back to Henderson. Fires from deep. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Jazz trail by 9. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Simons outside. Here's the break. For the finish. Hammers it down. Goes coast to coast.
Yeah, just a stunning play by Henderson. Speeding away all on his own.
To the paint. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Portland leading by 9. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian. The Jazz are making progress. Coach Will Hardy said this team has shown grit and character and has developed a lot of confidence. When we're going through game preparations, the players walk away knowing if they do certain things, they can win. That's a big step in the right direction.
A bright future, Allie. Thank you. Collins with it. He's picked up by Kispert. In transition. He's all alone. And Edwards slams it in.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Pass to Collins. Off the outside. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Kispert.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Here's Davison.
And you see that in building their lead, they've done an impressive job on the defensive glass.
Grant, when it comes to Anthony Edwards, fair to say he's meeting expectations so far.
Oh, no question, B.A. The first overall pick in the 2020 draft, Edwards has been anything but a bust. Now we are seeing him trying to compete for titles.
Here's Davison.
Hey, yo, right here.
Pass to Terry. Fires the three. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Portland. 11-point game. Now here's Edwards. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Edwards got 11.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Pass to Davison. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Outside, Williams. Edwards looking for an opening. Three-pointer. And Holmes pulls it down. Jazz trail by 12. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt. And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge. Wow, that's 5. Count them, 5 turnovers. And we're only in the first quarter.
On offense, here are the TrailBlazers. They're on an 18-7 run. And he's going for the oop here. There's the steal. To the middle. Here's Wells. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It goes on Keontae George. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the TrailBlazers?
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they get the ball.
Now here's Markkanen. He's got 5. And he knocks it down. He's 3 of 5 now from the floor.
It's impossible to win when you give up second and third chances to score.
Now Butler. Down low. Clowney. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Middleton from the outside. Here's Richards. And that one is stuffed right through.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Now here's Butler. Pass to Clowney. And rejected. And it's going to be out of bounds with the Jazz retaining possession. There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter. Butler with the ball.
Right now, they're losing ground. I mean, they might need to switch things up a bit. Maybe hit the offensive boards a little harder.
George drives in. Here's Richards. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Anthony Edwards has been on display for the
29.
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the TrailBlazers pretty much in control here.
It was pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
Here's Henderson, following the bucket by Utah. Pass to Middleton. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen. Well, you hear team execs say all the time, you're either selling wins or you're selling hope.
Time out.
How true is that, Brent?
Well, if you're an executive BA, just be right about whatever it is that you're selling. And you got to be realistic. I mean, fans are smart. They understand where your team is. Are you a playoff competitor? Are you young and growing? So that's hope. If you're going deep into the playoff run, you want the wins.
Next answer. You have the camera on you.
Different look here for Utah.
Let's hit it for you. Substitution on the court.
Jazz trail by 14. Simons with it. No made baskets yet. Pass to Walter. Simons outside. To the left side wing. The 3-ball. Walter can't get it to go. TrailBlazers lead by 14. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the TrailBlazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
And that's what they pay Pirtle to do, get extra possessions and capitalize if you can go back up.
Kicks it out to Collins. And another miss by Utah.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter.
Oh,
are you kidding me? Wow!
Amazing!
Man. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Yeah, he's just explosive. I mean, Scoot gets off the ground in a hurry and puts some emphasis on it, too.
Walter, good.
Slow defensive rotation, causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Marking it outside. To the inside. Here's Henderson. Back to Markkanen. Utah grabs the miss. Next matchup, they'll be at home against the Celtics. Simons outside. Pass to Walter. Clock at 6. From downtown. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Markkanen sets a screen. Henderson drives in. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Pass to Pirtle. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
You got a 7-footer that's 2.5 bills. Pirtle is tough to handle in close.
At the line for the TrailBlazers.
Good on the second one. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Here's Clowney. Pass to Butler. Here's Clowney, covered by Pirtle. 4 on the clock. Clowney can't get it to go.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Now Markkanen. Forcing the issue. Markkanen.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Changing it up here. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Simons. From deep. And another miss by Utah.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
And as Chris Middleton has gotten older, Brent, he's had to battle a number of injuries.
Yeah, no doubt this is what happens to an aging player, and for Middleton, they seem to just be compounding. The tough thing for the squad that he plays with is just how reliable and important he's been in the biggest moments. So he gives them confidence he needs to find it back in his own body.
Now here's Henderson. Pass to Richards. Uses the glass on the layup. Richards has got his third bucket of the night.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Here's Walter. 5 points in the game. Here's Gobert. Collins outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Wells. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And it's Henderson with the ball for the TrailBlazers. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Well, Brent, when it comes to Scoot Henderson, his mobility alone causes problems.
No doubt about his explosiveness, BA, being one of the things he uses as a weapon. So if he gets confidence in that outside shot, people start pressing up on him. You're going to see that quick first step and Scoot Henderson getting to the rim and becoming more impactful offensively.
Here's Walter. Kicks it out to Collins. And stolen by Williams. And a nice finish on the layup. Williams has got his first points of the game. Here's Walter. Out to the wing. Launches it. Wells misses. Portland leading by 18. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian, John Collins is fitting nicely on the Jazz, and Coach Will Hardy said he's given us a huge lift on the offensive end. He's a tough cover, the way he's able to mix up popping and rolling. The defense can't prepare for just one thing. It makes him a dynamic threat.
Able to score on multiple levels, Allie. Thank you. And it's Utah with the ball. The drive by Simons. The rebound by Nembhard.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Middleton outside. Lets it go from deep. Another 3 from Portland.
And that kind of consistency from Middleton from 3, that's huge.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Wells. Looking to end the run. And the layup is good. Wells has got his second bucket on the night.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. TrailBlazers. And here's Portland. They're on a 14-4 run. And here's George. He's scoreless. Outside Edwards. Takes the 3. Utah grabs the miss.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Inside. It's picked off. Now the Blazers on the move. And Edwards slams it in.
Assistant.
And the offensive firepower Edwards is capable of is special. I mean, we are seeing it on full display right now.
Here's Terry. Going inside. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Third personal
It's on Anthony Edwards.
First team.
Utah shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Utah. Terry.
He hits the second from the line. Portland leading by 23. Now here's George.
Utah foul. Terry. That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
So it's Portland now. Markkanen sets a screen.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Kispert.
in the first half.
6 to shoot.
2 minutes.
Puts up a 3.
After that insane start, he's really cooled down here in the second quarter.
Now, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Here's Terry. The Jazz again can't hit.
And one of the reasons they're down right now is because they've fallen in love with the jump shot.
Outside Edwards. And it's blocked.
No way, says Danny Avdia. Got right to that one.
.116 left in the first half. Pass to Davison. Back to Avdia. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds.
TrailBlazers ball.
So it's Portland now. George outside. Pass to Edwards. Releases from 15. And that's good for 2. Edwards has got 15 points.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Clowney can't get it to go.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Again, the miss by Edwards.
You love basketball. Couldn't miss in the first quarter. Now can't make it in the second quarter. Got to be eating at him just a bit.
Now Avdia. Here's Terry. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half.